Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Maria from Under the Night Moon, and I'm here today to do a flip through of a custom journal that a very special person asked me to make. I've been creating for this very special buyer for a while now, so this is fun to make something a little out of my usual, you know, pinks and roses and things. She requested a beachy and boho, lots of blues and ocean themes. So this is what I came up with. I hope she loves it. And I'm just really happy to have finally finished it and to be able to do this video. I'm not sure if you follow me on Instagram or not, but I did kind of post some pictures as I was making the cover especially. And so here I'm going to start this little flip through. I tied it with this kind of natural, beautiful twine, which just sort of reminded me of something that you could find on the beach. Maybe from like a fishing net or, yeah. And then, so the cover was inspired by sand, or at least that's where I started with the color. And then it just sort of evolved. I work very, very organically. So, you know, it just evolved. And when I found this frame, I knew right away how cool it would have been to make it a shaker. So I did. And then I also thought, for me, I've always lived by the beach, that the birds are the cutest things ever, especially the little sandpipers, because they run. They're just really sweet. You know, nobody likes the seagulls, but the beaches would be really, you know, smelly, and, you know, if we didn't have them. So I incorporated this really pretty little bird to just, you know, this is hard to explain, but I basically just wanted you to follow the little bird. And so it says down here, follow me. And then she is a jewelry maker, so I really wanted to find some unique things, like this piece here. It's not vintage per se, but it's just really cool. It's like a little basket, and it's got some beautiful black beads in there. These are actual chandelier crystals that I just recently purchased, and I don't know if you can see the hardware on these. It's so pretty. I just love them, and they really sparkle and shine. And then just another kind of boho bead to just keep the boho theme going. To me, boho is eccentric and sort of a mix and match type of thing, and so that's what I tried to do here, was just keep everything together but also just make it very eclectic. So I have some fun little dried pods over here that I thought you would also see on the beach. A few flowers, some beautiful rhinestones, this gorgeous piece of trim. I have some velvet down here. It's connected with silk. It's 2 signatures and done with the open spine technique that I love. I did stencil some script on the cover. There is patches of glitter that are locked in with a matte medium. There's mica flakes all the way around the whole cover, also completely saturated in the matte medium so they don't go anywhere. So it's very sparkly. And then of course my gold paint. I added some of this beautiful green. It's like a vermilion color. I just thought that would just, I don't know, like a cool, you know, for me, I envisioned like a beautiful statue as you're entering the beach of like a mermaid, and it's oxidized from the salt and the sea air. So that's sort of where I was going with that color there. And then of course all the gold paint everywhere. Gold paint is everywhere all the time. It's all over me and my phone and my desk, and if I still had my poor animal, he would probably have gold paint on him. But anyway, so yeah, so that's a little bit of a story. And you can see the frame is very 3D. It's very cool. So yeah, so okay, inside, on the inside is a nice little belly band, and These are from the Graphics Fairy. This one is Fly Across the Ocean Birdie, which I just thought was perfect. And then this one is the South Sea music book, I think. And so those go in there. Beautiful, beautiful reprints. I just, you know, I don't have a lot of beachy things in my stash, but it was really fun to, you know, look around and find some fun things to put in here and to make it, of course, my style, but also something that she would really love. And I think I just think this is so pretty. And then, of course, some fun printables. I did go ahead and do a beach rose because there are roses on beaches. I don't know if they are in her area. I grew up in Rhode Island and they have the most beautiful beach roses there. They're called, and they grow on a bush called the rose hip. And you can make tea out of them and jam and stuff. It's pretty cool. Here's a printable of a white sweater. Just thought that was fun texturally. And then just some lace. The other side is like a woven jute. This says memories across the top, a nice journaling spot. And then I just tried to find just pretty papers, go into my stash of fabrics and add some fun tabs. Fabrics and things. I did add one of these beautiful little they're like we call them egrets here. I'm in Southwest Florida and I love them. They're so pretty. When they fly in flocks, so it looks like heaven on earth when they fly. It's so pretty. So I had to incorporate one of those here, but I don't know if they're where her area is, but that's why I put that little guy there. I did find some gorgeous shell printables, and then this was a page. It's a double-sided, very pale pink stripe, but it's got some gold splatter, and I thought that would make a nice little note card. Of course, I've got some butterflies. She did request blues, so I tried to find just some beautiful papers for her. And then here's a nice blue page for her. This, to me, looks like the artist Arthur Rackham. That's Arthur, and then Rackham. And he is from the, I think the 20s. And his artwork is just unbelievable. My mom was a huge Arthur Rackham fan, so this reminds me of his art. But it's just a beautiful mermaid. So I added some fun washi, put it on this gorgeous ruby and pearl printable, and then I just added some fun velvet down here that's got twinkles in it because it's a night scene. It's really soft and pretty. This is some silver trim I love. And then the washi tape up here are like deck lights and then nighttime swans. I just thought that was fun. And then again, back to the beach roses, some wood grain. Here's some French tags, perfect for pictures for her and to write, do some journaling. Same for here. This is stars printed on here. This is some gorgeous handmade paper. It's just a floral, but it's really pretty. Again, just with the boho, you know, trying to make it eclectic. Couple more little sandpipers down here. It says footprints up here. This is just a cool map. I just love the colors. I think it's really pretty. And then I did have this crown printable in my stash, so I added that, and a cool corner here so she can make a focal point here and maybe just, you know, journal on this card. And there are places for her to tuck the different cards and things. She doesn't have to keep them where I put them. Again, just more paper. I did include a coloring page because I happened to come across this gorgeous shell, and so I made that the center of the first signature. You can see it's tied together with the white seam binding, and then I added this for her because it's just so pretty. This is a William Morris sketch, and you can find these on Pinterest. And I just thought the color palette would be really pretty for her to use if she did choose to color in this page. So I incorporated that, and I did put a little piece of this gorgeous reclaimed fabric that I just recently got. Jazz it up a little, keeping up with my boho theme. And then on the other side it says, it does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop, and then Confucius. So I sort of think that might be, you know, not to give up coloring, because sometimes these coloring pages can be quite the feat. And usually I like to keep them a little smaller. But this one's just such a magnificent design. I thought, how cool for a beach book, you know? So yeah. And then over here is a little flip. I added a pretty piece of this little tulle. So pretty, I love it. But it's actually a frame, and she can put a fun little picture in here. I just think it's lovely. And this is sort of what the beach rose looks like. So that's why I chose this. And then I did fussy cut a cute little shell. And it's also a little tuck right here. She can tuck, well, you get the idea, right? Hold on. Yeah, so there. So if she had another couple of pictures to go with this picture or something like that, that's what that was intended for. Here's the other side of that fun crown, and then you can see just these fun shell printables. Now I resized them and made them small, but I just love them. They're so pretty. Here's a little fabric flip, and then under that a pretty sea fan. Sea fans, you know, they're hard to find real ones. I actually have a little piece of a real one from when I lived over on the east coast of Florida, and I love it. It's the most delicate, the prettiest thing I've ever seen. So I had to include one. I have another one, we'll come to it in a second. So I wanted to make sure I incorporated one of those. And it's just a little flip. Again, journaling, place for her to journal. And this is going to have, I have a green sea glass little charm that's gonna hang off of this. I wanted to get this video done because it took me a little while to get this, because I have been battling with terrible insurance and doctors. But yeah, so I'm a little behind, so I wanted to just make sure that I was able to do this flip through for her. So look at this picture, it's just hilarious. I don't know, she has her hanky, and she's waiting. You can see the sea over here for her love to come back, who maybe is out at sea. Yeah, so of course we had to include her, and that's a little pocket, lots of room in there to store all kinds of goodies. And that is the other side of that beautiful handmade paper, and that's from Joann's. They have a lot of really pretty handmade papers right now. Other side of the pink stars, another little rose, and these have all been tea dyed and then washed with the gold stain that I love, and backed with the wood grain. Now added a little rose for interest. Another beauty on the seashore. You can see the sea behind her. Absolutely gorgeous illustration of this dress. It's just the prettiest. I love it. This is one of my favorite things I found when I was researching for this book. So yeah, I can't wait to use her more. And then she's a flip, but I did add a little more to her dress, and I love doing that. It's like paper dolls. It's so fun. And so flips over, beautiful Art Nouveau of a iris, which is a summertime flower. So pretty, I love the iris. Another tuck spot there. I chose these flowers. There's a lot of these little flower tags in this journal, mainly because of the colors. I just thought the blues were beachy and boho, and that green is perfect. Little butterfly, super fun. Rose paper, and then you can see the ruby and pearl here, lots of gold splattering. And then I did a wax seal on the bottom here of a little like mermaid girl. She's just a little beauty. She has a little tiny crown. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick that up or not. It's very sweet. And I just decorated with some seam binding and some navy trim. just to show that off. Other side of that cool blue paper. And then more birds. I know she loves birds, and so I wanted to make sure that they were on her journey here. And this is just such a beautiful printable. Now, I combine so many papers that if anyone needs to know like where they can find something like this printable, I don't know offhand, but just leave me a comment in the comment box and I will let you know where you can find all of these printables that I'm using. Okay, and it's a tuck spot here, and I just added that fun little butterfly, some iridescent trim. And the other side of these pages here, and there's the sweater pattern you can see, so cool. I added some fun sari here. This is like a gorgeous silk with a gold, so pretty. Another one of my rose tags, again, just decorated with some fun things. And then that's the back side of the first signature. And then the second signature, I chose this green. It's wallpaper printable. This one I know is from Ruby and Pearl, and so pretty. I just left it as it is because it's just so pretty on its own. And then, of course, every beach book needs to have an ethereal goddess. And I love making these types of things. When I first started on Etsy, I made mermaids all the time. I was living by the beach on the east coast of Florida, and I went to the beach every day. My son was little. We were just frolicking in the water and just having the time of our lives. And so I was very inspired. And when I first started Etsy, I made giant mermaid books. So if you ever wanted to see those, you can just go to my Etsy shop. Oh, sorry if I'm shaking. And if you go to the first couple pages of my sold items, you will see all of my mermaid books. And some of them I painted scenes on the cover. Some of them I added sand. I used all vintage ladies and I turned them into mermaids. It's just silly and fun, and it's so fun to create things like this. And I hope she loves this page. There's iridescent flowers. There's faceted ocean blue and white iridescent little gems. There's my star tool, and I wrapped it around this other tool that has like these little clear droplets on it, so it's a double wrap here. It's also a little tuck pocket kind of thing, so it's glued like an L shape, a backwards L shape, so it's open here. Really fun. And I just added a pretty piece of tea-dyed sparkly paper to write a story on. There. So yeah, so there's our sea goddess. Every boho beach book needs one of those. And then just continuing with the fun papers. Like I said, it was fun looking for things to go in this book because I didn't really, it's been a long time since I made the mermaid scenes, and you know, I've grown as an artist since then as well. And so yeah, so I came across this on the Graphics Fairy. It's just perfect. Just some pretty blue florals. This is double-sided cardstock, so it's nice and sturdy. Here's another pretty shell card I added as a tuck. Another piece of that pretty double-sided pink paper there. This is linen paper, so, but it's a double tuck too. I should probably mention that, right? So you have the back and the front. Another little tag. This is also from the Graphics Fairy. They have a, she has a couple of nautical packages. I'm a premium member there, so some of the things on the Graphics Fairy, you have to be a premium member to download, but that site is packed with things. Even if you're not, you could find so many things to work with on that website. I love it. She does an amazing job. It's just awesome for us artists to have something like that just at the ready to use. We're very blessed for that website. And if I ever met her, I would tell her. Okay, so this is another really pretty paper that I had in my stash. I don't get to use it a lot, but it's so fun. They're like floating water lilies. It's sort of Japanese in style, and I thought that was perfect for the boho book. And of course, gold splattering is always pretty. And it's lots of linen papers. Both of these pages are printed on the linen paper. And just some pretty printables. This rose tag came from somewhere, but I'll clip it on. But this is just a pretty printable, and it can be a tuck also if she chose to. Something small though, or just keep it the way it is and you can journal on the back. More beautiful blue papers. Here's the center of the second signature, and I left this open for her to enjoy herself. I know she likes to do, you know, dabble in paper collage, and I know she's got some goodies, so I left this for her to play with. So pretty. And here's some more. I had some lace here, and there's another picture of this paper. I love it. It's so pretty and different. And then on this side is the fan, the sea fan. And I just thought this one was really soft and really pretty. It's blue. It says sea fan coral on the bottom, but they're just so pretty. If you ever get a chance to look up some of them, I encourage you, because it's just nature's beauty. It's just, nothing can compare to the beauty of our natural world. So, yeah, and that's a pretty good size journaling card. A good story could go on there, and even continue on here with pictures and so on. I did add some fun blue seam binding up here. And then this is another really, sorry, my little jewelry piece is catching on this fabric. This is another, like, I was so happy to find this printable as well. I think this is from Pinterest. I don't really know. Maybe the Graphic Sphere. I don't remember. But again, I can find out. But it's a little pocket that flips over. So she's got this for journaling. And then I did make it a pocket. So inside the pocket are a couple of little, again, these little tags. And then another little shell. Isn't that pretty? I just love. And of course she can journal. And some of these, I had flipped them over to do my splattering. And so some of them do have a little splatter on that side, which is just kind of fun. And then on the bottom here, it says take only memories, which I love, especially on the beach, because some of the creatures live in the shells. And, you know, if it's a closed shell, like a little snail or something, I usually try to leave it for them. But anyway, more pretty paper. This is the last page here. I did end with the little sandpipers, because they are, I am telling you, the cutest birds ever. They're really little and they run. They're sweet. They don't bother you. They're just so fun to watch. I highly recommend watching, whether it's, you know, just a nature video, or I'm sure there's videos out there of sandpipers. They are so cute. So I made sure I put them there, and you can see in this little printable, you can see the ocean in the background. And because I lived in New England, I know that there's a lot of sandpipers up there as well. So I'm not sure if they're on every beach, but I know on the East Coast, you know, we have quite a bit of them. So yeah, and let's see, just the last few pages here, the back side. And then this is just another little belly band, and I incorporated a larger printable of just a vintage shell. What do you call these? You all know what I need to say. I can't think. You know, like a vintage, not like a botanist because that's flowers, but one for shells, one for, you know, science things. So yeah, and I just think it's cool. I love the drawings. I love the writing. I just think it's really cool. Again, printed on the linen paper. So there you have the flip through for the Boho Beachy Journal. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you would like to follow me and my work. As you know, when I make things, I post videos. I did join Instagram, and you can follow me there as I try to put little short videos of maybe my studio or things that I'm working on. I really like Instagram. I should have probably gotten there sooner, but it's okay. I'm there now. And yeah, so that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Have a really great day today, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.